Hello, TikTok. All right, I need your guys' help. I would love for you to tag this hotel because we have a problem. I have a friend who is currently stuck in Jamaica due to Hurricane Melissa. I ran the story yesterday at WIBC, where I work at here in Indianapolis. He's also from Indianapolis. He's currently in Jamaica with a group of about 20 people. They were there on vacation to do like a dual birthday celebration. They were scheduled to come back. Unfortunately, they canceled all the flights because of Hurricane Melissa. And so they were able to ride out the storm. But now they're unable to get home. And on top of it, I did receive word. This is from my friend Sean. He actually posted this on Facebook. So it's the Rio Hotel in Montego Bay, but they're owned by resorts all around different countries. And so I want you to be able to tag him here. Anyhow, this is what he has said verbatim. From this morning, I guess this was posted 7:57 a.m., which is Wednesday morning. The airport will now remain closed until Saturday or Sunday, so all flights are completely canceled. The resort has stated they will be deactivating all guest keys at 12 p.m. unless you continue to pay for your extended stay, or you can go to a shelter. So basically, Rio Hotels and Resorts, which is Rio Reggae, doesn't give a damn about their guests who have no choice but to be here at the moment. We don't have amenities, have been locked down basically for the last 2 days. Our bedding is moist, obviously, from the hurricane and from the damage that's took place over there. And no action has been taken to come and change it or clean up the rooms, but they still want us to pay. The resort is in damage, so what exactly are we paying for? So he says this is the worst guest experience ever. So I have tried to find a contact number for this specific resort. I cannot. It only seems as though they don't want people to contact them, but I do have their socials. So if you do me a favor, please tag them. We would like to figure out why they're doing this to their guests that are staying there due to a hurricane when they're completely stuck in the area. They want to go home. All of them do. They can't go home. The flights are canceled. And you have shelter, and yet you are choosing to make people pay for that shelter until they can go home.
This morning they dropped off breakfast. So we have sausage, bacon, potatoes, and eggs. And then they gave us an insane amount of pastries.
All of the pastries are doubled.
All of the pastries are doubled. So whatever I got, he got, which is insane. So we have cookies, muffins and cake, some looks like banana bread. They gave us a salad, no dressing. So don't know how that works.
Jamaicans in Jamaica could care less about giving you outstanding hotel experience right now. Americans, when I tell y'all, oh my gosh, fellow Americans, can y'all actually turn your brains on for 2.5 seconds? Like, damn, do you actually think that those workers who live in Jamaica care about giving you good food and good service, hot towels and fresh sheets?
Beaming from ear to ear as she walked through the airport, Monica Gray, relieved to be back home in Orlando.
Oh my God, thank you, Jesus. I was like, I was so happy. Oh my God, I was like, am I really here?
She and 24 family members were stranded at their resort in Jamaica after Hurricane Melissa.
I've been trying to get home since last Tuesday. I'm finally home.
She shared her survival story with other incredulous travelers.
I've never seen such wind and rain.
They tried everything, even booking multiple flights, only to have them canceled time and time again. They watched as the state rescued 28 Floridians this weekend, but no one from their family. They say frustration seeped in when they saw their Canadian family members evacuated quickly.
It was heartbreaking, but every evening we got together.
It was get on any flight you can. Diane McCullough was separated from her mother, who has stage 4 breast cancer and is now out of medication. The urgency elevated by the fact she's due for chemotherapy later this week.
I'm happy to be here, and I'm going to make sure I connect with them and make sure they get home safely. They're on a connection flight. They should be getting on it within the next hour.
Now that you're home, what's the first thing you're doing?
I'm going to go take a hot shower.
So I'm just trying to figure out, right? We all saw for the duration, the week or whatever it was of the point of the hurricane that hit Jamaica, and how all of the Jamaicans and others in the Caribbean, and even those who are not even in the Caribbean, but they are of Caribbean descent and they live in the United States, they're in Canada, they're in the UK, right? All over the world, right? These folks wanted to chime in when it was that they saw videos supposedly of Black Americans. Now we know at least one of the videos there was of a woman who was from Bermuda. She was from the exact same waters, but none of these folks cared. They were like, oh no, that's Black American women. We know it's a Black American woman because you could just look at her and tell, right? Didn't do any due diligence, didn't do any type of research, right? And everybody wanted to have everything to say. Cool, fine. So I ended up going online and I was like, you know what? I wonder if there were any other peoples out there that complained about what was going on in Jamaica, right? One of the women that you see the very first video is somebody, I guess she works in the news, right? She's a part of mainstream media, and she was, you know, pretty much trying to speak for her friends or people that she knows, colleagues, whatever it was, right? Wanted to put out this call and talking about, you know, how it is that they were treated and what it is that they specifically went through. Again, those are Americans complaining, right? And using the resources that they have to put out that message. Another video that we have directly there was another woman that was at a Jamaican resort during the point of the hurricane, and she was complaining, just like all of these Jamaicans and many others wanted to complain, like, oh, look at these Black Americans, they come to our country and now they're complaining about the rations, the stuff that we give them to feed them, and da. This woman is sitting up there complaining. Why is it that I don't see any of those faces online making fields, hundreds of videos about this woman? Huh? Where are y'all at? She literally has. She's in the hotel. She's sitting there complaining. She has the food and everything of which that the Jamaican hotel gave her. But yet, y'all ain't saying nothing. Y'all not trying to stitch. Y'all not trying to do multiple videos. Y'all not trying to, like, this is why I be sitting up there saying this is further proof that a lot of these folks just hate Black Americans. This is further proof that a lot of these folks hate Black Americans. And then to take it to another extent, the last video was that of what seems to be an African woman or a Caribbean woman, either which way it goes, somebody that is not Black American. And she was just like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm here, I'm back in America, all this other. I'm like, huh. I'm like, look at that. Look at that. You weren't saying nothing about, oh, you know, thank you to the people of Jamaica. I love you guys a lot. Thank you guys for sacrificing your time and your energy, being away from your family to make sure that I was safe and sound, and that, you know, I needed everything that I needed, such as toiletries and food and, you know, maybe lights and all these other. Thank you for checking on me. I didn't hear none of that. She was just happy and excited that her and her family were able to sit up there and make it back on United States soil. To me, that sounds and seems ungrateful. But I guess because it's not a Black American, it doesn't count. It's not going to pull numbers. None of these other people from the UK, from Africa, from the Caribbeans, from Jamaica, from Canada, or even those who are here in the United States, none of them can pull directly on any of these videos in order to get money, in order to really talk badly about Black Americans. Because like I said before, and I'll say it again, when it deals with a lot of these folks out there, they will have all the mouth in the world to specifically really speak on Black Americans in the most negative light. But when it deals with anybody who is white or close to white, they got zero to say. They would never put in the same energy, the same effort, in order to highlight how disrespectful these people are and how it is that they've always been. But yet they'll always welcome them to their countries, to their islands, with open arms, while they will scoff, hold their nose up, talk negatively, and in certain instances treat Black Americans with a type of disrespect and or disdain. If nobody knows what it is I'm talking about, then, you know, talk to some Black Americans who have gone to restaurants here in the United States that are either Caribbean and or Jamaican, and ask them what types of attitudes, what types of treatments that they have gotten just by stepping into the door and going to the register and not really saying anything to them. But like I said, it be like that. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I stated in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.